Namaste and welcome to your practice, yogi. So in today's challenge, we are going to talk about detachment and learning how to detach from the outcomes. So it's wonderful that we have these desires on our heart, right? The soul places these desires and we're like, yeah, I want to have this. I want to experience that, right? Like we have all these desires. And this comes from our soul. But our soul lives inside this human body, right? In this thing called life. Like if we were just a soul, like everything that you desired would be here like that. But because you're a human being living in a human experience in this thing called life, guess what? Life is going to life you, right? Things are not going to go exactly as you planned on the timeline that you desire. And so one of the things that I have learned to embody, which I'll be honest with you, is literally something that I practice every single day. And it's a challenge. It really is a challenge. And that challenge is detaching. So I want to give you an example of detachment. So this challenge, okay, this 30-day challenge, I have all these beautiful people signed up in this challenge. However, I have to learn to detach from the participants' experiences. Whether they choose to go through the whole challenge or they give up halfway or they don't even start it, I have to detach from those outcomes because I have no control. Like if you're watching this video and you decide 3 days past that you're like, you know what, I'm done with this. I don't need this challenge anymore. I have no control over whether you make that decision or not. But whether you decide to continue or not, I have no influence on that either. All that I can provide you with is my own feedback and my own experience of what it's like to continue doing this 30-day challenge. And so when I learn to detach from the outcome and also of when is something going to arrive? This is a really big one for us. So we put out a desire and it's like, I'm looking at the watch, like every like, where is it? Why is it not here yet? How come it hasn't arrived? Like, hello, universe, did you not hear me when I was talking about this? Right? But as I mentioned in some of the other videos, like it's this process of letting go and trusting that, you know what, you have a desire on your heart. You ask for daily guidance of how to get yourself there faster. This is when your collective higher powers come in and they give you the clues, the insight, those little sparks, those downloads of awareness of how to get closer to where it is that you desire to be and to collapse the time between that, right? But where we get really mucked up is in that between stage, between asking and receiving. So we ask for guidance. We listen to what the sparks are that come in from our super, collective higher powers, and we take inspired action based on that. And then from there, this is where you sit back, you lean back, and you trust and you detach of when is it coming? When is this happening? Because I'll tell you, the more that you attach to a desired outcome of when and how it's going to appear for you, you're actually slowing down the time. When you just let go and there's no resistance, guess what happens? You collapse time. Because the universe doesn't work with resistance. It also doesn't work on timelines either. So you could say, you know what? I want to lose 20 pounds and I want to lose 20 pounds in 30 days. You can put that out as a desire, but don't be so rigid around it. Because what happens if you end up actually losing more than 20 pounds? Right? What if you lose less and you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, wow, like I actually really like the way I look right now. Like when you get so rigid, you're basically telling the universe, like you're strapping a corset around the universe and going and pulling tight and going, wait a minute. I know you have a plan, but I have a plan and my plan is better and I want my plan to happen right now. That's not the way it works. So how it works is that you have faith and you have trust and you detach. And I'll tell you from personal experience, it's really difficult to detach when we live in the modern world where we are literally seeking instant gratification and validation for things. But I'll tell you, it slows down the process of receiving. It also puts you into an energy of frustration and irritation, disbelief, worry, and eventually fear if you keep compounding that energy, right? And in those lower vibrational energies, guess what? You're not attracting anything. You're not creating anything. You are not manifesting anything that you desire because you are not an energetic match to it. If you're in an energy of fear, you're going to attract more fear. So when you detach from the outcome of the how and the when, and you leave that part up to the universe, you actually collapse the time. You stay in a higher vibrational energy because trust is a higher energy. Faith is a higher energy. And then the universe has got a lot more fun to work with. There's no corset wrapped around the universe, and the universe is free to bring to you your desired outcome. And I will tell you from personal experience that a lot of the times what you actually get is so much better than you could have even imagined. But if you put the rigidity around it of the timeline of the when and the how, you suffocate that. And you basically are telling the universe, I don't trust you. Which, you know what? You're actually telling your soul you don't trust. That is really the truth of it, is that you are literally telling the universe and your soul that you don't trust. And so you have to control. And we are very much, and myself very much included, this has been a daily practice of mine of detaching. In my reflexology practice, I have had to detach from like seeing clients for years, and then all of a sudden they're not seeing me anymore. And I've had to detach from that, and that's okay. I even detached like from like how I want to look in my own body. And I'm just like, you know what, universe? You figure it out. I said I wanted to feel and look good in my clothing and feel sexy and healthy. I didn't care what the scale said in terms of the number. I put out a very specific request that I wanted my body, my organs to be healthy, free, and clear of any imbalance. And I want to be able to put my clothes on and I want to feel sexy. And I started to embody those feelings right away, even though I did not have those desires fulfilled in my life. And I detached of the when and the how. And then things just started coming so much faster. The weight started losing faster. I started feeling better. I started attracting different clients into my business, women who were, at that point and that stage in their life where they were really looking to invest and prioritize their self-care. And I'll tell you, the experiences that I've been having are just even more incredible than I could have even possibly imagined. And they can be for you too, if you learn to just detach. Okay. And how you detach is to trust and to pause and to reflect and to be grateful. All right. So your challenge for today is to detach from the intentions that you set at the beginning of this challenge. So I know you have an intention that you set, something that you want to create or manifest in your life. Detach from it happening in 30 days because it might come sooner, it may not, it may come later. So I want you to detach from the outcome. I also want you to detach of how exactly is it going to manifest in your life, whatever your intention is, and to simply trust in the guidance that is so much higher than you. All right, so enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Namaste.